An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Tell me and I forget. Teach me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I learn. He that is good for making excuses is seldom good for anything else. 3 may keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. In this world, nothing can be said to be certain except death and taxes. Well done is better than well said. Never leave that till tomorrow which you can do today. Fish and visitors stink after 3 days. Honesty is the best policy. Energy and persistence conquer all things. Wise men don't need advice. Fools won't take it. To succeed, jump as quickly at opportunities as you do at conclusions. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. When you're finished changing, you're finished. Diligence is the mother of good luck. Well done is better than well said. The only thing more expensive than education is ignorance. Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. You may delay, but time will not. If you would not be forgotten as soon as you are dead, either write something worth reading or do things worth writing. There never was a good war or a bad peace. Lost time is never found again. To lengthen thy life, lessen thy meals. Wealth is not his that has it, but his that enjoys it. Half a truth is often a great lie. To follow by faith alone is to follow blindly. He that falls in love with himself will have no rivals. The doors of wisdom are never shut. A house is not a home unless it contains food and fire for the mind as well as the body. Experience keeps a dear school, but fools will learn in no other. Love your enemies, for they tell you your faults. We are all born ignorant, but one must work hard to remain stupid. The way to see by faith is to shut the eye of reason. Tricks and treachery are the practice of fools that don't have brains enough to be honest. Never ruin an apology with an excuse. He that can have patience can have what he will. A penny saved is a penny earned. It is easier to prevent bad habits than to break them. Hide not your talents. They for use were made. What's a sundial in the shade? If you would be loved, love, and be lovable. The Constitution only gives people the right to pursue happiness. You have to catch it yourself. Either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. A man wrapped up in himself makes a very small bundle. Those who distrust the security of their liberty under the Republican form of government should reflect that dangers of despotism may equally threaten a Republican majority. Being ignorant is not so much a shame as being unwilling to learn. When in doubt, don't. Necessity never made a good bargain. Work as if you were to live 100 years. Pray as if you were to die tomorrow. He that is of the opinion money will do everything may well be suspected of doing everything for money. Don't throw stones at your neighbors if your own windows are glass. A true friend is the best possession. If you would not be forgotten as soon as you are dead, either write things worth reading or do things worth writing. Tell me what you eat, and I will tell you what you are. They who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Genius without education is like silver in the mine. To lengthen thy life, lessen thy meals. The doors of wisdom are never shut. There never was a good war or a bad peace. God helps them that help themselves. The greatest monarch on the prudest throne is obliged to sit upon his own arse. In wind, there is wisdom. In beer, there is freedom. In water, there is bacteria. To find out a girl's faults, praise her to her girlfriends. If you desire many things will seem but a few. The heart of a fool is in his mouth, but the mouth of a wise man is in his heart. The discontented man finds no easy chair. Little strokes fell great oaks. Experience is the best teacher, but a fool will learn from no other. He that waits upon fortune is never sure of a dinner. A man may, if he knows not how to save as he gets, keep his nose all his life to the grindstone, and die not worth a groat at last. Anger is never without a reason, but seldom with a good one. A false friend and a shadow attend only while the sun shines. When befriended, remember it. When you befriend, forget it. There are 3 things extremely hard: steel, a diamond, and to know oneself. One today is worth 2 tomorrows. Whatever is begun in anger ends in shame. Don't judge of men's wealth or piety by their Sunday appearances. If you would know the value of money, try to borrow some. You may delay, but time will not. God heals and the doctor takes the fees. There is much difference between imitating a good man and counterfeiting him. The absent are never without fault, nor the present without excuse. A learned blockhead is a greater blockhead than an ignorant one. He that is discontented in one place will seldom be content in another. The only way to be safe is to never be secure. It takes many good deeds to build a good reputation, and only one bad one to lose it. If you want to be loved, love and be lovable. A life of leisure and a life of laziness are 2 things. There will be sleeping enough in the grave. Better slip with the foot than the tongue. When you're testing to see how deep water is, never use 2 feet. He that composes himself is wiser than he that composes a book. He that can compose himself is wiser than he that composes a book. The best thing to give to your enemy is forgiveness. To an opponent, tolerance. To a friend, your heart. To your child, a good example. To a father, deference. To your mother, conduct that will make her proud of you. To yourself, respect. To all others, charity. He that lives upon hope will die fasting. If you desire many things will seem few. Don't throw stones at your neighbors if your own windows are glass. It is a grand mistake to think of being great without goodness, and I pronounce it as certain that there was never a truly great man that was not at the same time truly virtuous. The cat in gloves catches no mice. A countryman between 2 lawyers is like a fish between 2 cats. Wise men talk because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. A true friend is someone who is always willing to lend a helping hand, even when you don't ask for it. To follow the path of wisdom, one must be willing to admit ignorance. The way to be safe is never to be secure. It is the working man who is the happy man. It is the idle man who is the miserable man. Guests, like fish, begin to smell after 3 days. The best sermon is preached by the minister who has a sermon to preach, and not by the man who has to preach a sermon. If you would not be forgotten, as soon as you are dead and rotten, either write things worth reading or do things worth the writing. Happiness depends more on the inward disposition of the mind than on outward circumstances. It is a great confidence in a friend to tell him your faults, greater to tell him his. Be at war with your vices, at peace with your neighbors, and let every new year find you a better man.